Hello and welcome, and we have some important stories to cover, so get settled in for this one as we have a statement from Prince Harry concerning his security case, and this is an exclusive. But first, let's start off with a quick recap as the Duke of Sussex made a surprise appearance in Ukraine, fresh from spending time in London attending court. So Harry went to Superhuman Center in Ukraine on Thursday after being invited by the center's CEO, Olga Rudneva. The center provides specialized care for individuals affected by war, including offering state-of-the-art prosthetics, rehabilitation, and surgery. So we have some pictures here from the Duke of Sussex. A spokesperson for the prince said that the trip was so that he could see firsthand the support and rehabilitation services being provided in a country actively experiencing war. And the Duke of Sussex was accompanied by a contingent from the Invictus Games Foundation and also met members of the Ukrainian Invictus community as part of the visit. So you can see him there. The prince met with patients and medical professionals, spoke with the surgical team to better understand the services being provided. So we have so many images here on the screen from Harry's visit, and you can see him right there checking on those who are actively serving as well as those who are in recovery. So Prince Harry, he is so compassionate. And there is one image, it's just as a by the way, that stood out to me, seeing Harry here all scrubbing up, wearing his scrubs, so to speak. Doesn't this remind you of this image of his mother? So this is the first update. Prince Harry, who is continuing on to show his support, himself a veteran of the British Army, where he served for 10 years and 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan. He is always showing his support for the wounded, injured, and sick servicemen and women, both veterans and those still serving. So share your thoughts on this first story in the comment section below. Now we have another update here where Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, has made an appearance. The Duchess enjoyed a night out with friends in New York, where they attended a performance of Gypsy on Thursday at the Majestic Theatre in New York City. And after, the Duchess visited backstage with the cast after the show. And we have some footage of her behind the stage with some of the actresses who were so starstruck, and some warm hugs in some of these images as well.
Wow.
And Meghan, by the way, she also looked glamorous. She had a black collared blouse with rolled up sleeves and a houndstooth black and white maxi skirt from Carolina Herrera. She also wore a sparkly diamond necklace and black pumps and a black coat. So yeah, you could see there Meghan having a rare night out. Meghan's night out also included grabbing a bite to eat with some of the people who she was with. By the way, she was also with Tracy Robin, so you can see how close they've become. And here in this image, as we see Audra McDonald hugging the Duchess of Sussex, it also was pointed out to me that she has spoken up for Meghan before. So the 6-time Tony Award-winning actor and singer gave quite a great response when she was asked who she admired the most during a 2023 interview with Vanity Fair. She said, quote, "Meghan Markle. I don't know how she continues to walk through this world with grace, strength, and purpose that she does, given the unbearable amount of vitriol and hate she has been subjected to. But she does. I wish she didn't have to," end quote. She also defended Meghan in 2019. So you can imagine how long she's been watching the Duchess's journey. And this was when Meghan was pregnant with Archie. And this was her quote. She said, "I cannot believe what this woman has had to endure from social media and the press. Then today to read about how weird her body language is by a supposed women's magazine that supposedly prides itself on celebrating fierce, independent, strong women who can do anything and have it all. Do better," end quote. And this was a post on Instagram about Meghan. So you can see the hug. This hug here, I was looking at it and I was like, this is a sister hug. I know a couple of you know what I'm talking about. There was something so deep and loving about this hug to the Duchess. So this is someone who's been watching her for a while. And here's Meghan out in New York going to watch the show, and meeting up with someone who truly loves her. So you can see the love. It is so evident in all of these pictures. The little ones are so happy to meet a princess, a duchess here. This is standout. Loving this. This is the second story of the day, Meghan in New York. So once again, share your thoughts on this in the comments section below. I'd love to know your thoughts. Now we have some more news. Harry has given us some statements. As we know, the Duke of Sussex spent 2 days at London's Royal Court of Justice, deeply focused, taking notes and closely following the proceedings of his appeal regarding the removal of automatic state-backed security for him and his wife in 2020. Let me read you here the article that says that Harry told people that he was feeling exhausted and overwhelmed, in quotes, as he left court on April the 9th, and that, quote, his worst fears have been confirmed by the whole legal discourse in this case, and that's really sad, end quote. So the article here continues to say, when Harry and Meghan proposed to the late Queen Elizabeth II that they live abroad while still supporting the monarchy, they believed that they had found the ideal solution to a difficult chapter, one that would bring them happiness, leave the royal family at peace, and allow their public work to continue. Quote, we were trying to create this happy house, Harry told people. When Harry departed the Sandringham Summit in January 2020, he did so with the understanding that his security would remain in place. Court documents reveal that in letters from the Queen herself, she expressed support for Harry and Meghan's need for effective security, in quotes. Yet, just 1 month later, the government committee responsible for state-funded security, RAVEC, informed them that this would no longer be the case. In years since, Harry has immersed himself in the process, including learning about RAVEC, the body responsible for decision-making. One of his core beliefs people understands is that the removal of security for him and his family when they stepped back from the working royal family role was a deliberate tactic of control, a way to force them back into the fold. Rather than bringing the Sussexes back, the removal of security instead revealed to Harry the lengths to which they were willing to go, and it has become the final straw. The prince admits that this realization was difficult to swallow, in quotes. Harry's relationship with the royal family, as we know, just remains as it is, quite distant, and though they shared a brief positive meeting in February 2024, the communication between father and son has since broken down, the article says. And during the 2 days of hearings, Harry's legal team argued that RAVEC had diverted from its standard procedure, leaving Harry singled out for different, unjustified, and inferior treatment. They also contended that this decision excluded him from the same protections extended to others in the other VIP category, including pop stars and former prime ministers. Crucially, RAVEC includes members of the royal household, including close aides to his father, King Charles. Harry believes his father could intervene to ensure that such protection is extended to him. Much of the hearing on April the 9th at the Royal Court of Justice in the heart of London was held in secret. Some of the revelations unearthed during the proceedings have deeply unsettled Harry, confirming many of his fears about the situation, a realization he described as profoundly disheartening. So the article here goes on to say, Harry has found a way to move on and forgive much of what has happened since 2016. But there is one thing he simply cannot forgive, the article says: the events surrounding the legal battle regarding his and his family's safety. So listen to what Harry has said. People would be shocked by what's being held back, in quotes. So I wonder what that could mean. Now we know that Harry has learned so much more, and I cannot wait for more to be brought to light. So he has said that this particular case, though he has fought several legal battles against the Sun, against other tabloids, he does say that this one concerning the security of his family and his future, he says that, quote, this one has always mattered the most, end quote. This is what Harry told people as he left the court. So the 3 appeal court judges have reserved their judgment, with the result not expected for several weeks. And Harry has said regardless of the outcome, he has made it clear that he will not stop fighting. his commitment to his causes remain unwavering. So that's the big story of the day. I wonder what Harry learned, because remember, some of the hearing was held in private, and there was so many things that were discussed concerning security arrangements for members of the royal family, for those who are in the category of the other VIPs. And I think Harry has learned that the decisions that were taken have him just absolutely stunned. So he is still committed to the cause. Harry is driven to exposing injustices, and we know that he has had that pursuit and has had massive success with it so far. So let's pray for the Duke of Sussex, for him to get justice, because he is on the right. The minute he and Meghan stepped back from being senior working royals, it did not mean that all of a sudden Harry and all of the history that he's had, being someone who served on the front line, and just by virtue of him being a prince and the position that he was born into, not even mentioning the threats that have been against Meghan, himself, even Archie, those things have to be taken into account. So let's pray for victory for the Duke of Sussex concerning the security. So share thoughts on this third story in the comment section below. As always, before we log off, allow me here to thank those of you who support this channel financially, and shout out a couple of you here by name. A very special thank you to you. Kathy Aye, thank you for making a difference here in our community through your giving and love. You are so dear and cherished, and I appreciate you for your consistency. And now a very special thank you to those of you who gave during the last live. A very special thank you to you. You go by the handle Val Rich. You have been such a consistent, dedicated supporter of this channel. Your encouragement and kindness has been felt. You have such a warm spirit. Thank you for choosing to accompany me here, and know that I love you. You are so appreciated. May God bless you and yours. Thank you. And now a very special thank you to those of you who gave through Super Thanks. Thank you to you. You go by the handle Susana Maria Onoja 3019. Allow me here to say thank you for showing your kindness. I hope that you feel how grateful and how inspiring you are to all of us here. I appreciate your love, and thank you for going above and beyond and making this community here so much better. I love you. We love you. Thank you. And a very special thank you to you, Gail Tapscott 7606. You are such a tremendous blessing and encouragement. Thank you for choosing to show your incredible generosity, and you are such an example of warmth and kindness and generosity. Thank you for the tremendous boost to me here. I love you, and I pray for God to bless you exceedingly abundantly above all you could ask or think. I love you so much. Thank you. Once again, thank you to all who support this channel financially. To those who like, comment, and share, thank you. To those of you who've also subscribed, welcome. If you liked this update, give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, follow on social media. Links will be in the cards and in the pinned comment. Thank you. Once again, have a great day. Leave your comments below. I love you all, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.